GT3 Summer League here in the Circuit of the Americas. I am your host, Inverted Poison, here with...
Cigarette Sonico, hello everybody! Haha, thought you weren't seeing me? Well, you're wrong. Here we are, round one. Circuit of the Americas, quite a tough track for these cars. Let's see how drivers handle the challenge that the fast corners of the Texan track provide. We're starting out just in qualifying, so wide in the midst of action. Everybody's just on their outlap, as we see Oslimus in his Mercedes AMG, beautiful, beautiful car. It sounds incredible in real life, must admit. Fairly cloudy weather, so the tires might not overheat as they tend to when it's really hot. Variety of cars being brought into the series. I was surprised, I gotta admit, just before the series started, in the talks in the Discord server, I saw a lot of people actually going for Acuras, which yeah, it really did surprise me, because it's not the easiest car to drive, but it can be quite good.
And everybody, welcome to the stream. We are, as my fellow commentator here said, we are skipping practice, going straight into qualifications. So Oslimus is going on his first timed lap, looking good in that first turn, and I feel like he could be good in this race. Maybe finish top 5, maybe top 3 for the speeds he is going in right now.
We should remind viewers that this is a bit of an old format and a new format at the same time, because we're gonna have once again 2 races this event, and actually all of the events are gonna be made of 2 races. One slightly longer one, which is the one we're about to see, race 1, and a slightly shorter one, which should be I think 10 laps shorter. So 8 laps instead of 18. So a bit of a touring car format. I feel like it could provide some good racing and some closely fought battles, as we see Oslimus almost completing his first lap. I feel like we should stay on board with him to show off the whole track at once. Coming up to the last sector, very slow compared to the first half of the track, where it really reminds people and really everybody of the Magazenbeck section at Silverstone. Here we have a completely different style of corner. Very slow sector, just followed for a multi-apex turn, because modern tracks. Really, so that's it. Coming up to last turn, Oslimus to first flying lap, and it's gonna be a time of, drumroll, 2 minutes 6.1. Lonnie completing also his first lap.
2:08, exact 2.2 behind Oslimus, who is our current pole sitter. Which is, it could change any second, because there's only been 3 people that have finished. Snaker coming in with a 2:20, not a really good time, as he just gets bumped down to 5th, and not looking too good, but he could speed it up.
Over the line. 2 minutes 7, 1.1. It really looks like Oslimus put it. Bit of traffic going on there. I believe that was Cadwell5, our fellow commentator. Yes, it was. Going quite slowly. Bit of damage on the front of his car. Hopefully nothing that will prevent him from completing another lap. Let's see who else is coming off the last corner, Jukebox here, another fellow commentator, he will
Bessa finishes with
complete
him.
his first lap.
Bessa pops in 8th, and Jukebox Hero pops in at 10th.
A few slow laps. I'm sure people are getting the hang of the track and really just setting bankers at this point of the qualifying, even though Oslim has really showed us what a good time is, I would say, as he has a 1.1 second advantage over second place Flip Flip. Let's stay for the end of the last sector and see if Oslimus is able to improve. That would be astonishing. Obviously, very light fuel load, 1.5 liters coming off the last corner.
Coming in, finishing
Will he
his
improve?
second lap. Yes,
He
he has.
will.
By
7 tenths
0.6
besting
seconds.
his time. Oh, Lonnie will also
Lonnie.
improve, 1.3 seconds off. Driving the beautiful sounding Audi R8. Lots of good cars in GT3. They're just a very popular category, both in sim racing and in real life. So, good series to kick off the, well, really not quite, but to kick off the almost new season of Gavra. As well, I'm saying not quite new because we're gonna have, oh, as Snaker spins.
Snaker
That's
spinning
it.
out on that S. That's not going to be a good place in the races. Let me tell you that. That will be a
Absolutely
spin out
not.
central.
Keeping it on the gray stuff is usually recommended. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by Snaker, I'm just joking. We're gonna have next
Snaker, I'm sorry if
season.
you're watching this.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it. Anyway, we're gonna have a classic season next season. So be on the lookout for that, both in our Discord server, on our website. There's gonna be plenty of good announcements. Uh, might they might come. I was told next week, early next week, just after the Clash of Clans that we're gonna have. That's gonna be a real good race. And let me tell you, I'll be taking part in it, representing the LMP2 clan. For those who don't know what the Clash of the Clans is, it's basically an event we hold at the end of the seasons to put people of each and every championship against each other. So 3 people are going to be representing the LMP2 clan, 3 people are going to be representing the GT3 league, 3 from the GT4, and 3 from the Touring Car Championship, and again 3 more from the Clio Cup Championship.
I think Bessa
It's gonna be, yep.
Bessa may have won the Clio Cup now. I do not know this for certain, but he was very high up when I commentated with James and the Runapa. He finished first by a landslide, and he is a really good racer, coming in on his final 2 turns, and I feel like he could do a lot of good things.
Ooh, slightly cutting the corner. Hopefully the director close an eye on that. Hopefully. He's usually very mean around this place, especially if you go wide a bit. He says that as a crime against all humanity, but he's actually going to improve by 2 tenths, retaining 4th place. But oh, that's a spin and a touch. That was a bit of a misunderstanding. Do not know who was on the outside, but there was a touch. Anyway, no harm done. It's pretend race cars, so we can just restart and go. So giving a little space for our fellow commentator Jukebox Hero, who's actually going to be commentating the Clash of Clans of Friday night. Uh, Keep an eye out for that too, because it's gonna be a mad race.
It is gonna be huge.
22. Oh, it is gonna be huge. Lots of good drivers. It's essentially the best from each championship. A mad car. It just sounds incredible. We're gonna be racing the Renault Megane V6 around the, oh god, I don't know how to say that. Bannerfbray, I guess it's called. It's the Scottish track that has a jump in it. Yeah.
That's gonna
So
be
that's
fun.
that's enough said.
That's gonna be
That is going to be a lot of fun.
amazing to watch.
I'm really looking forward to that. Really, really am. Somebody gotta admit. But it's all part of the game. Over sideways, that's gonna be a
Ooh,
spin.
jukebox spinning out. That's not gonna be good for him. He's gone back out. He is the number 26 car, as you can see. He's he's been looking good. He's been one of our best commentators around, and I feel like he's gonna be as well as he is commentating racing. I don't know what I just said, but I go with it. Okay.
It makes sense in your head. It makes sense for everybody. That's all that matters. Just
Didn't
joking.
make sense for
Anyway,
me, so it didn't make sense for anybody else.
all right, cool. Anyway, we've just seen, for reference, a good behavior as Jukebox. He spun, but was smart and kind enough not to come on the racetrack immediately, but rather wait on his turn, wait that everybody's gone through, for him to continue his qualifying session. That's what we like here at Gavra. Just very, very good behavior.
Be aggressive, but be nice at the same time. Good.
Absolutely. People completing their laps at this stage, whoever crosses the line is gonna be on their final lap, as there are just 2 minutes remaining in the session. Oslim is looking good at the front, 2:05.4. That is a very good time. My goodness me. Flip, following in closely, sort of. 9 tenths adrift, going through the.
Ooh, wait,
Oh,
who's
that's the
that?
span.
Is that Cap?
I'm
He
fairly certain
may.
he wasn't able to set a fast lap yet, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Cattle, I think is having some
Uh,
trouble with. He may have some trouble with his wheel. People that are
that
just
might be
tuning
the
in, we have less
case.
left. We are here in the Circuit of the Americas GT3 Summer League. I need to be a decent
Just
commentator.
round number one of 4 races we're gonna have on Thursday evenings. All races being 2 round races. I said that word a lot. At the end, well, somebody's gonna win. And
Well,
baby,
isn't that
what's
racing?
the prize you ask? What's the prize you ask? A big hug. A
What was that
virtual hug.
wheeze?
I'm just
What was that
joking.
wheeze?
I don't know.
I wheeze when I think something's funny. Don't judge me. We're going into
It's
the final
alright.
10
It's
seconds.
summer. It's summer. We can all relax.
School doesn't
Oh
start
no.
for me for another 16 days. So yeah, that's interesting.
I don't think Lonnie actually improved. Not a strong final sector for him, because it was definitely up on his time. Let's see who also. Oh, Juicy completing his final lap. 5th place for a new entry to Gavra Racing. Let's see if he's able to best his lap of 2:07.9. He is, just slightly, couple of tenths, improving, retaining again 5th place. Beautiful. The Audi is just a beautiful car, man. I just
Kev is
really like it.
finishing sector 2, I believe. My
Yes.
my screen is a little blurry. So apologies. He's coming around he's about a second down from his fastest lap. He is right now in 7th place with a 2:08.2. That took me a while. I don't know why, but coming around final 2 turns to finish. We have 2 more people out there. We have Bessa, Juicy, and GJD, and I think Bessa may be the car in the middle. He's coming around that straight chute right now.
I think he might just have got away with one more time lap. Kessa not improving. I should call him Kev. Let's see, Bessa coming around the final lap, letting those 6 cylinders scream as he goes through the line with a time of 2:06.9.
So he's looking
Just
good.
slight improvement.
Oslima is staying in the pole position the entire
order.
practice. I'm gonna guess
He's
happy with
been
that.
really good. Let's see if things switch up in race, but as of now, nobody seems to be able to pose a threat to Oslimus. Starting on pole position.
So we are here.
We'll have a rundown of the grid. So Oslimus starting in pole position, Flip in 2nd place, Lonnie starting 3rd, Bessa in the Renault starting 4th, Juicing 5th, Snaker in 6th. That is a very inconveniently placed banner there anyway. Kev 7th, Hiker in 8th place, the manager of the championship. Very good guy, helped me a lot setting everything up. Mike HLB, 9th place. Toby in 10th. We'll see him later, I guess. Duke Martin in 11th. GJDM in his McLaren in 12th. And rounding up the grid, Jukebox Hero in 13th.
I feel like it doesn't matter
So
it doesn't matter where you start out. If you can just find the lines and just make your way through the pack, you can get first easy. And I think Jukebox does know that, so he's setting his sights on the number 1 car. But Oslimus has to hold the lead the entire race. He's fine. He was doing good in the qualifications. I think he was about a second away from the 2nd place Flip, and I feel like Flip, Bessa, and Lonnie are going to be very good competitors for Oslimus for the first place finish.
Yes, the race should have a closer
I'm just going to be reading the comments. Matt P says, "Hi all, what up mate?" And Cadwell has been disconnected. It's not very good for him.
Oh, yes, he has.
And we are off. Bessa going on the outside a little bit, passing Flip on the 3rd place spot. Oslimus just staying in 1st. Bessa moving up to 2nd. He is wasting no time. Trying to get 1st. Moves back down to 3rd. Kev making a
3 wide going through turn 2. Bessa has managed to pass Flip as it goes wide a bit. That wasn't the ideal line. Flip pounding. Bessa going around the outside and continuing to pass. Snaker
Bessa falls down.
Looking to pick
they're
up
going
the
3
pieces.
wide. They're going 3 wide.
Oh boy.
Bessa keeps his spot in 4th. Snaker gets a little boost. They're going around that downhill. That is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting race.
Small patches down the field. Oh!
Oh, that's Juicy. And who else is that? Is that Snake? Oh, Bessa.
Boy.
Juicy hits Bessa. No, that's going to be a lot of damage for Juicy.
Oh boy.
Oh no. No, that is not good. So
We
many
just
people
witnessed that.
spinning out. That's not gonna be good.
It was all.
Flip flip.
It was all.
Lonnie
Yeah.
and Oslimus are just out there. They're just the top three moving in. Oh no, that's gonna be bad for some people. Kev,
Well,
looking
a
so
fairly
good at the
long
start of the
race.
race, just spins out. Oh no, that's not gonna be good for him.
That's a heartbreak. I think it was all caused by Juicing getting it
Juicy, I
just
think it was
wrong in the
Snake spun
braking
Juicy
zone.
out. Juicy went backwards trying to save it, and Bessa just went straight into Juicy. That's
There
not
might have
good.
been a touch. That was heartbreaking for
Bessa,
many people as the
Bessa
field
saving
tried
it,
to
only moving to
avoid.
7, going head on with the Juicy. That's not good. That's not a good. Bessa going into the pits. I would too if I got hit that hard.
That's going to be a lot of front aero damage to fix. Many people in the pits. Bessa,
Yikes! Everybody joining
Juicy,
in. Everybody
Jip
joining in.
Martin,
We have
Kev.
another
Oh,
comment. I'm going to be checking that out before race start. Yes, Cadwell did disconnect before the race started. So
he did.
people that are just joining in, you missed a terrible wreck. It was a 4-car wreck. I think I think Snake is just going with the damages. Or I don't think he even got some, but Oslimus is
I
just
I
out.
think that's the case. He's contact with Juicy was just so light that he didn't have anything on his car and is able to continue.
That's
That's
just
tough luck for
terrible.
some
Bessa
people.
coming out of the pits. That's not good for anybody. Wow, when you see wrecks like that, it just hurts to know that it was in the first lap too. That's what just
That is
uh
unfortunately when most wrecks take place because everybody's bunched up together. Had it happened on the ninth lap, most people would have actually been fine probably, as they would have been scattered around the racetrack. But well, it was on lap one, and that's racing. It just happens sometimes, and you can't do anything about it. Let me get the speeder up because it wasn't up.
oh, I just came in through the Discord. Gavra is now live. Great job.
Oh, easy. Oh,
Viewer
there we go.
7. I love live.
Yeah, the bot unfortunately has a bit of a delay. Just like Flip Flip in third place, 2.5 seconds adrift. Hounding down, yeah, that was a great pun by the way. Hounding Lonnie for second place. I think we have 4 manufacturers in the first, actually 5 manufacturers in the first 5 places, with Mercedes being represented by Oslimus, Lonnie representing Audi, please camera, please, thank you. Flip Flip driving a Ferrari, Hiker in his trusty McLaren, and Mike HLB driving an Acura. That's very good.
I feel like in this race, for the GT3 league, it has, I think, the widest variety of cars. Because in the GT3 league, you can get anything from Acuras to McLarens to Lamborghinis to Ferraris. You can just get a whole bunch of them, and it's just amazing.
You can even get a Cadillac, and
Yes.
don't at me. It's very good. It's very good.
I feel like in
I
GT4,
don't care.
I don't remember who it was, but there were 2 people. I think they were driving Ford Mustangs. Uh, I think it was because the traction was really good and the turning was good. The speed was not the best. So I feel like for GT4, if you get put in with the Ford Mustangs, you're gonna have to work a lot, and you're gonna have to just get a nice bump draft and just slingshot so many times and just hold that position for so long.
I think, oh, Toby going a bit wide there. Recovering well. He's been lapping close to Mike HLB, looking to get the 5th place from him. I feel like coming back on the Mustang, on the GT4 Mustang, it's sometimes the best car is not the fastest car, but rather the easier car to drive. Because I think we could agree that maybe a Porsche or even a Ginetta could be faster, but are they really that easy to drive? Not always. So that's sometimes where the difference lies. This is gonna be a very close battle throughout both of the races, isn't it? Flip hounding down Lonnie.
Slimus is looking good in that first place spot. Just pretty far away from Lonnie and Flip, but anything can happen. He could spin out, he could run out of gas, anything. But he is looking good for the time being.
Let's see here at the back, our fellow. Okay, I shouldn't talk, should I? That's commentator's curse at its finest.
Let's go with our fellow spins out. Huh.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't just say anything. I should just switch between cameras and not say anything. I was gonna say, let's check out what our
is kind of making a recovery, trying to go after GJDM for the 9th place spot. After that wreck, that just had to put him back. So it put him back 6 spots, but it had to just emotionally put him back so far. Like, that's just terrible to be put back that far after a wreck.
It is not the ideal way to start off a season, isn't it?
It is not.
That's just heartbreaking. Let's see, the fastest lap. This lap was actually by Oslimas once again, pulling out a gap, lapping in 207.3 against the 208.7 from Lani and 207.9 from Flip. We're definitely seeing a trend here. Flip just slightly, barely catching Lani over the lap. However, I think he might have a penalty. He does not. There's a weird symbol there. Anyway, let's see. We don't really have many close battles at the moment. The field's spreading out evenly, especially considering the lap 1 crash.
Oh, Snake is looking like he's about to catch up to Toby. 6th and 7th.
He is, well, the last lap was, almost 5 seconds quicker than Toby's. So I imagine he's gonna catch him pretty quickly, as the gap is now down to a little over a second.
He's looking good in that number 36 Mercedes. He's catching up. He is slowly but surely.
Very good car.
Less than a second away from Toby. He is cutting down time little by little.
He's also been lapping faster than Mike HLB in 5th place, not too far ahead, just 5 seconds off the road. Flip is really close this lap to Lonnie.
Flip. Goes a little too far on the outside. He could have had him. Bessa moving up a lot, going on GJDM. Trying to take back what is rightfully his.
Absolutely, lapping in 209, so he's almost on par with the best. He's gonna be looking at this race and thinking, oh man, I really could have had it, as he's now lapping faster than Hiker, who's in 4th place. just 10 seconds off the leader. Meanwhile, the battle heating up. Snaker, is he gonna make a dive? He is down the inside. Snaker
Wow.
takes the place. Or does he?
Oh,
He does
he's going on
not.
the inside.
Toby.
He made a
Toby
smart play
comes
going on that
back at
outside,
him with
but
a
on that inside, Toby
switchback.
just goes in. Toby making a break for it. Oh, on that S, he spins out. No, Toby he saved it. I don't think he was quick enough to save it to go and catch Snaker. Yikes, that's not going to be good for him.
Well, there was a fairly good recovery. It's really not easy to recover a car when it spins at that high of a speed, but he did. So props to him. He also displayed great racecraft by just letting Snaker in the inside and setting up for a switchback. That was really a very good display of racecraft by Toby. Unfortunately, a little mistake cost him the position anyway, but hey ho, we can all be perfect.
I think that might be our third spin out in this race. The first big crash, I saw a spin out. It might have been Jukebox. He kind of swerved to the side and saved it, and then that one right there.
In all fairness, it's not the easiest tracks. It's not one of the easiest tracks in Project Cars 2, as we see Flip Flip really putting pressure on Lonnie. That's going to be an interesting battle to look forward to in the later stages of the race. Anyway, the curbs here are very nasty. If you don't have a car that's set up quite right, you're going to have a bad time on the curbs. I think Toby's been... Never mind, he hasn't.
Oh
The
yeah, he's
gap was
moving up
in
little by
front of
little.
him. I think so. I think so. His final sector was pretty good. We should stay on this battle. It's just so close. The type of racing that we all love. Just lapping every single lap at the best speed he possibly can. Lonnie trying not to give Flip his slipstream, as he knows he doesn't have one of the strongest cars in a straight line. The Audi being a little down in power, but very good in the section we're
G&E going
about to
into the
come up to.
pits. I
Ooh,
wonder
does he
why.
have maybe some damage? That'll be some damage. That'll be some damage. I'm sorry to report that he has indeed damage. Not our fault this time. We didn't curse. So
Maybe a spin out, maybe it hit the wall. But yikes. It's not going to be good for him as his times drastically start decreasing.
I feel like it's a good time to give our fellow commentator, Jukebox Hero 73, a good shout out. I mean, in 8th place, doing a good job keeping it on the track. In 8th place, he's just kept it out of trouble, and that has paid off indeed.
He avoided barely the big crash in the first lap. I saw him kind of swerve out of the way of Bessa, and he just started going from there. Ooh, wait, who has a penalty? Number 5.
That would be Mike HLB, who's just got a 1-second penalty.
He may have
The race
just...
director
He may...
shaking his head in disbelief at the infractions Mike HLB commit. I'm just kidding. The race
He
director
may
is
have just
just
went over a
too
line
sensitive.
and didn't slow down.
That is most likely what happened. Project Cars 2's race director not being the most comprehensive human being, I think we could say.
I mean, don't you mean CPU?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not even a human being. Uh, Detroit Become Human. Anyway,
Project Cars 2 Become Human.
Sneaker. Yeah, that's never gonna become human. Sneaker's been catching up at rate of about 4 seconds per lap as of the last lap, as Mike HLB did a 2 minutes 13.4, Snaker lapping just about 3.5 seconds faster than that. He's gonna be on him really quickly.
Snaker slowing down a little too much than he should have. And
Snaker recording his best Sector 2 time. He's on for a quick one. Meanwhile, at the front, Flip just did his best. 2 minutes 7.4. Still hounding down Lonnie. This battle is gonna be never ending. If this race was 100 laps long, they'd do 100 laps like this. I'm pretty sure. Pretty. I'm not entirely sure, but you know. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a mistake by Lonnie. That was a mistake by Lonnie.
Flip.
It did seem like a mistake. Flip going through. Lonnie just went a bit wide and lost the position. He's gonna be looking forward. He's gonna be looking just to get the edge again. But it's gonna be so hard. Flip's been killing it with his time lapse. Is he gonna have enough? Is Flip gonna have enough pace to go get Oslimus in first place as we approach the end of the first half of the race?
Yeah, Oslimus is just out here 4 seconds ahead. Now 3 seconds, but he has just been amazing in this race and coming into the second half in the last 9 laps. And he's been taking everything nicely and looking good.
I gotta say, amazing consistency by the top 3, showing off what they're made of. Has Snaker caught Mike yet? He almost has.
Snaker, yes, is
quite,
moving up.
Not quite. Oh, Snaker
moved on the outside.
I think Mike just did a mistake. I think Mike went a bit tight into the corner. Snaker right on his tail now. The Acura's gonna be... The Acura's mirrors, rather, are gonna be filled with a big green...
Oh, they're going too
car
wide.
As well, I think, yeah.
They're going too wide.
Gonna go too wide.
Snaker passes it. Snaker passes Mike.
Snaker isn't gonna have enough to go right the outside. He will have enough grunt in that monstrous V8 Mercedes to pull ahead and get the pass done. Amazing race we're seeing by Snaker after a lap 1 crash. Oh, Mike going a bit wide on the curb, as a result getting some wheel spin.
Yeah, Oslimus not looking like he's gonna slow down anytime soon.
He's really been the Mercedes of our race. Not in the shot ever, because he's so far at the front. I think that's a fair comparison.
No, all you can see
like
is just him for a little bit, and then there's the Lonnie and Flip just coming around. He has been a absolute monster in this race.
Absolutely. On for his fastest lap of the race. That really just shows how well he's been managing his tires. We should remind people, this is a really tough track on tires. Even if you're gonna put hard tires on, they're gonna be wearing really quickly, as you have many high-speed long corners. Those are gonna be the ones. Oh, that was a bit wide. I was gonna say those are the ones that really destroy your tires. As he goes through one of them, he goes wide. So maybe I spoke a bit too soon. That was a slower lap, yes. 2:11. Flip, flip. Just did a 2:07. That couldn't be 4 seconds quicker, could it? Surely that's a mistake. I wouldn't be surprised. It's Project Cars after all. It's good, but you know, hey. Meanwhile, Mikey should be keeping up with Snaker, just slightly behind.
Oh, Slimmers has a penalty now.
Who does indeed have a penalty?
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough. Thinking if Flip Flip can get in a 2 second margin between him and Oslamas, then Oslamas will be getting second. But that's just a big if.
I feel like we're, is this Canada? Excuse me? Is this Formula One in Canada? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, the gap, just a little over 3 seconds. Flip Flip really must get that hammer down and clock in some fast laps if he at least wants a chance to fight for the win, or well, or rather a virtual win, as he would just need to finish within 2 seconds of Oslimus to, well, actually win. That's gonna be something we're gonna have to keep an eye out for. Meanwhile, another close battle seems to be the one between Kev and Duke Martin. Duke Martin driving the Porsche. This is just a... it doesn't sound as good in Project Cars 2, but in real life, man, that kills your ears, and it's fantastic. That's a great, great car. Kevin lapping about 2 seconds quicker last time around, so it's gonna be looking forward to just closing that gap.
Slim is making a 4 second difference between his last lap and this lap. He's looking good. He's looking better.
Flip Flip, however, 3 tenths quicker than him. Lonnie even quicker, a few thousandths of a second faster than Flip Flip. But the pair has been just on one another's tail for the whole race. Oh, that was a bit wide from Lonnie. He's gonna get a penalty for that if he doesn't slow down. I'm sure of that. I believe he's just gonna rock with it. He's gonna take a penalty and just say, nope. Let's see. Getting back on Kev, who's actually caught Duke Martin for 10th place. Going through... I don't remember what number this corner is, but it's basically turn 8 of Istanbul, the Turkish track, on reverse. Ooh, really getting close to Duke Martin's rear of the car. As Duke Martin goes wide, Kevin goes down the inside and takes the spot.
Kevin with that
Duke Martin's gonna be...
Audi car looking amazing. Pulls away from Duke Martin. That is gonna be good for him.
Clocking in his fastest lap of the race, just at 2:09.2. Definitely pace worthy of upper midfield. But he was unfortunately caught in the wreck that took place on lap 1. As we said, thank you. Having a great race too. We should remind 2 race format for this round. Race 2's grid being decided by a 5-minute super pole qualifying session. That's gonna be a good one. if not chaotic, but you know,
Yes.
it's just racing. Oh, Slimus just clocked in a 206.8, first man to go down the 2 minutes 7 barrier. That is remarkable place. That is fantastic. As the battle rages on for second place.
I feel like if Oslimus gets the hold like gets to know a car and just gets better at it as the race goes on, he can get his PR will reflect on that. And as you are seeing right now, him hitting a 206, that's because we're later in the race and he's gotten more familiar with the car. That being said,
Absolutely.
he's going to be pulling away more since he's more familiar and knows more of the lines of this track. So,
Most importantly, having clear air, a clear track to work with, nobody to worry about, as opposed to, well, these two guys who have been battling for quite some time at this point of the race. Just 5 laps to go for race one of round one of the Summer League GT3 Tour Championship. I think Beza has indeed caught off Jukebox. Consistent race from Jukebox, but Beza's speed is it gonna be too much? His Jukebox gonna be able to resist the onslaught of the former Clio Cup driver.
Bessa is moving up
Not
a little
bad.
bit. He could be passing two people. That'd be Jukebox and Toby. Toby is trying to get away from both of them. Bessa going
Oh,
on the
that's a spin.
inside. Ooh, and Jukebox spins out. That's not going to be good for him. I think that's the exact same spot
Unfortunately,
where he spun out in the practice.
it is indeed. Unfortunately, it's gonna result in some damage. He kept it out of the wall for the whole race, but couldn't withstand the pressure that Bessa was putting on him. To be fair, it was a lot of pressure. This guy's not joking around. He's gonna be looking to catch Toby in seventh place, who just had a bit of a slower lap the last lap. Oh yeah, I think we've got a glitch or something because Beza did not lap in 223, I'm pretty sure.
He may have, you never know. He may have just started out slow and just picked up, or maybe he spun out on one of the first turns and then saved it.
Might be a possibility. Oh, Toby going a bit wide. Beza's gonna be all over him. Here he is catching on after the, well, now rather infamous lap 1 crash.
He's catching it up to him very quickly, going around in this short shoot. Not really a short shoot, this straightaway. Uh, this will be a good way for Bessa to kind of catch up to Toby little by little.
Let's go on board with him. Actually, this cam is better. Yes, it is. Beza really closing in.
You can just see the. I think this may be a. Stay with me here. I do not know the name of this car, but you can just see the sleek purple. I would say it's kind of like metallic, like it's kind of mirror-like, but it is just sleek. It's beautiful. It is just
That would
a
be the
machine.
Renault RS01 GT3. A car that actually, if I'm not wrong, feel free to correct me in the comment section, was born as a one-make series, replacing the Renault Megane V6 Championship. This car was then converted to GT3 spec and races. I would say I think it has raced a few times in GT3 Championship. In GT3 Championships all over the world, now being run, I think at the Nürburgring 24. More rarely than not. Definitely not a popular car, not because of its performance, but rather because of its rarities. Really, is it gonna dive down the inside? He
Oh,
is
Toby goes wide.
forcing
Let's Bessa
Toby a
past him.
tiny bit wide. They're gonna go
Oh,
side by side through
Toby.
this very tight complex of corners.
Toby.
Bessa making the move sick, getting in 7th place. That was some great racing. Both of them, giving each other the right amount of space, just enough so that they can get through safely, but not enough so that the other can be totally comfortable. Racing at its finest.
Uh-huh.
In fact, Pace, he might just catch Mike. The gap between the two being around 17 seconds. That's a lapping about 4 seconds quicker for a lap. Not sure he's going to be able to do it. To catch Mike, let alone pass. Oh, that is JGDM, rightfully letting our guy Mike through because he had blue flags. Good guy. That's what we appreciate. Very
Everybody
good
just
racecraft.
tuning in right now. I think we got 2 viewers. We are doing Circuit of the Americas, lap 15 of 18, and we have. It's been a pretty eventful race today. From the crash in the first lap to, I think there was a 3 wide, which was pretty interesting, to just passings and some upsets here and there. But it's been a pretty eventful
That's,
race for us today.
that's what we can expect from a GT3 race. That's what these cars are made for, basically, just eventful races, including the 24 hours. Look at lots of good sounding cars, and he has dropped quite a while back. He's having a 2 minutes 15.7, just 8 seconds slower than Flip Flip's last lap.
Matt P saying, "Good race. I hope race 2 is as good." We all hope that here. Uh, in this race, I hope all the racers hope that race 2 is good and as eventful as it without the wrecks. So
Yeah,
I just want to
hopefully we don't
see.
have any more, because I would have been very much curious of what this man right here, Bessa, would have been able to do hadn't he been
Oh, he could have
involved in a
probably.
crash.
I think Lonnie may have spun out. He has dropped a tremendous amount.
He has, as I was pointing out just before, but I think my headphones are cutting out a bit. So that's something to solve. Anyway, Oslimus coming around to start his final lap. Really, he's been dominating the whole race.
And oh, Flip Flip needs to go up about a second to take the lead. From Oslimus, he does have a 2-second penalty, and the white flag is out for Flip Flip and Oslimus. This is lap 18, and this could be good.
As you can see, Flip Flip can just barely spot Oslimus's car in the distance, but just can't quite catch it.
Oh.
As
Flip
Oslimus
Flip
has
is moving up
just
a
been
lot.
nothing short
Oslimus
of
peering away.
great.
This is going to be close.
In all fairness, Toby's been hanging with Bessa after the pass, after the little duel they had. So, props to both of them. Props to Toby, new entrant to Gavra Racing. So, hanging out with the best.
I think that Oslimus has peered away enough that Flip Flip, I don't think, can catch up to him. However, it could happen. It could happen.
That is indeed a possibility.
Ooh, on that
Anything
turn.
can happen.
Oh, we have a pit. I think that's Mike.
Oh. He has 1.6 liters of fuel left in the tank. That would not have been enough to finish a race.
Yes.
Unfortunate for Mike, not getting the fuel calculations quite right. He's gonna be regretting that mistake.
I feel like if this would have went to maybe 20 laps, I feel like there would be some pits due to fuel. So it's not gonna be good for some people.
Oslim is
Flip
coming
Flip
around to take win number 1 of race 1 of round 1 of the GT3 Tour Summer Championship.
Flip
Flip taking second place. Lonnie, almost 15 seconds adrift, taking third place after a superb fight with just Flip, who actually got a penalty. It seems. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Another 2-second penalty. So
Mean race director. Hiker.
I'm gonna see if I can get Oslimus into the party for like an interview, because he is GT3 Race 1 champion. Or if I can.
Taking 5th place, recovery drive, flashing his lights. He's happy. He's got all reasons to be. Beza obviously getting the 6th place after Mike HLB had to pit due to fuel issues, let's call it that, for him to a recovery drive. The former Clio Cup driver putting on a show as he went back through the field.
I feel like Bessa is happy with that finish.
His lights.
Bessa is happy with that finish because who
that
is that?
That was JDM. That was him.
Bessa is obviously happy with that finish because he went up 4 positions in a matter of like 15 laps, which I feel like is going to be great finish. He is excited with that finish. So we're actually
Flip coming in 2nd place himself as well. Both of those guys actually with 2 seconds penalty. Lonnie rounding out the podium. Hiker, then Snaker after a beautiful recovery drive. Same could be said about Beza. Then Toby, Jukebox Hero, our fellow commentator. Shout out to him. Good guy. rounding out the classification, as we had a couple of DNFs, juicy after the the lap one crash, and then our uh, another commentator, Carol 5, in his BMW as he got disconnected.
So I have invited Jukebox to the party because I want to just get a little interview for the little stream. So I'm gonna see if he will join the party. He was just talking in game chat.
Oh,
Hello there, Jukebox.
hello.
Hey,
We
how
were
y'all doing?
just talking about
Um,
you.
I wanted to ask you a couple questions. How do you feel about your performance today in the GT3 Circuit of the Americas?
Um, so far I feel really good about it. I don't know if y'all caught it on the feed or not. I kind of I thought I had room down the side of Duke Martin and ended up clipping him. I feel terrible about it. Giving him the spot back hardly makes up for it, but I think all in all, compared to the professionals that are in here, I feel pretty good.
And you did
It was
start
indeed
close
a
to
good
the back
solid
and
race.
finished in the middle, which I'm gonna guess you are very happy about. Um,
Yes, I am. I got lucky and managed to make some good moves on track and avoid people that had spun out.
and did you get hit or see the crash that happened on the first lap?
I think I got bumped a little turn one, but it didn't even really alter my course. I think I managed to skate right through the incident on turn one, and that is actually what gave me a good finish.
And I feel like that gave many people a good finish. So
It also gave many people a bad finish or a
yes,
DNF at all.
Yes, unfortunately it did. I feel really bad for those guys that got tied up in the wrecks.
Unfortunately, it's racing and it happens. And the best way to deal with it is, well, to deal with it, really. I would say punch something out and go on with your
punch
next
something
race.
out. Great.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, not drywall. If your name is Kyle and you punch out drywall, that's fine. Uh, but I would not recommend doing that. I would just, a pillow would do it. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be
Yeah.
fine. Waiting for race two to start again, as we have a different kind of format for this race. We've got two races. This race being a lot shorter, 8 laps, as opposed to the 18 laps we've had before, and the 5 minutes qualifying session, as opposed to the looking to just get on track, because you don't have a lot of time, especially with a track being 2 minutes long. You might just have enough time for an out lap and 2 quick laps.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
So Jukebox,
I have to admit, Oh yeah, no, I did not think about this track being so long in the short qualifying.
yes, this is gonna be a quick race. Hopefully, we don't have any events or any bad events, give or take. We may have some good events like 2 wide or maybe a 3 wide at the start. You never know. It's racing. Anything can happen.
Well, I guess if you guys are done with me, I want to try to stretch my legs real quick and calm back down from that race. Try to settle my nerves in the minute or two that we got left.
You are absolutely allowed to do that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all having me on here, guys. I'm looking forward to watching the show back.
All right.
Hell yeah, it's been a pleasure. Good
Been a
luck for
pleasure.
race 2, my dude.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Good guy right there.
That
One of our
was
fellow
that
commentators.
was
as you all know.
Jukebox Hero. He commentates well, among other things,
He's doing the V8 supercars.
the V8 Supercars series, another summer series, which I was gonna join because those cars are amazing. I mean, what are you gonna? What do you want more than 650 horsepower, basically virtually no grip at all, and fenders? That's a recipe for success right there if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. So we are going in race 2. This is going to be interesting. Now that people know the track, this is going to be better.
I say hopefully, and when I say hopefully, I mean I hopefully don't strike the whole lobby with commentator's curse. Hopefully, we're not gonna have a humongous crash on lap 1, so that the field actually fights the whole race, you know? But, yeah. This is a beautiful tower we're staring at.
I feel like some people will finish better, and qualifying is going to be a little faster than it was last time.
Look at that. Everybody just going
Out there,
right
their
off the
settings
bat.
right there. Already got their.
Just look at the minimap. Everybody moving out. Apart from Jukebox Hero, because he was probably still, you know,
Stretching his
sitting
legs.
up or stretching his legs, yes. So we see Cattle 5 with a peculiar choice in the BMW Z4. I've got to admit, that car is actually, well, it's not the best, but it's one of the best sounding cars. Okay.
Ooh,
We're
Cadwell
just gonna
spinning
have a
out.
spin.
He is gonna be. He's not that familiar with this car, hence he was disconnected. So, not gonna be too good for him. But I feel like he's gonna get used to it really fast.
I mean, Cadwell, I appreciate you trying to give us a demonstration of the sound of the car by doing donuts, but it's a short qualifying. I think you should get okay.
Since it's qualifying, I think you should skirt. Okay.
I think I love you, Cadwell, but I'm just gonna go away from you because I think I'm really.
I love you, Cadwell,
I'm really
but I'm just gonna
striking
go
with
on
my.
to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm really striking with my commentator's curse, so I'm just gonna stay out of my way.
I think it's Bessa, and I think that might be Toby. Are
I
just
think that is indeed best. He's gonna be the one to start and complete a fast lap, followed by that is, if I'm not wrong, Kev. Yes, it is. Right behind him is Lonnie. There we go. Warming his tires up. Behind him was, I believe that was Hiker. It was indeed Hiker. Slimus and Flick Flick following each other,
might be
copying each other's moves.
That might be Snake right behind them.
That
There's some really good
was.
racers in this series. This is gonna be an eventful series.
But approaching turn 1. That is Kev right on his tail. Obviously, such a short qualifying session that there's going to be traffic wherever you are on track. Even if this is a 2-minute track, you're going to have some traffic.
Yes,
Good
definitely.
move by I believe, yeah, that's Lonnie, just staying a bit further back, so even even if he's a bit quicker, he's not going to catch the 2 guys ahead. That's a big differentiator in this short one-shot qualifying session. You have to be smart.
If somebody, if anybody does want to know where we are going to be next, we're going to be at Nürburgring. I don't know how to speak. Grand Prix.
That is that is more correct than some of your other American people, commentators. Not, well, I wouldn't say commentators, but
Just people.
some commentators. Yeah, well, people, but also other commentators from other series. I'm not talking about
I
simulators.
find it
I'm just
funny.
talking about real life.
I'm mostly Canadian, but I was born in America. I just find that funny. Uh,
There you go.
so there we are. And then our next one is the SPA Francorchamps, which is our third race, and then our last race is the Silverstone Grand Prix, which is they're all on Thursday on
Oh boy.
at 8:30 UK time, which I think is it's not I don't know what UK time is called though. No
It is
offense.
8:30, yes, because it's 9:30 Italy time. Kev, recording the first time, he was okay. Okay, wait, that was contact.
Contact.
We're just in
The
qualifying,
qualifying is already
boys.
almost completed. Bessa with a huge spin out.
Oh boy.
Yikes. Oof. It's gonna be tough
Nice job. He
being a
got
good
out
little
of the way.
racer.
That's a nice job. Oslims just did a 2 minutes 4.9. That is a lap for those wondering. Flip flip in the pits already. 1.2 seconds adrift. Probably not as close as he would have hoped. Then Hiker, Kev, Beza, who had that humongous spin in turn 2. Juicy was able to record a 6th time. Uh, Obviously, one crash on race 1. Uh, Unfortunately, he wasn't even able to complete 1 lap. Damage proving too big for him to continue. Many people haven't set their times. This qualifying session striking its victims. Slim is just catching the. Yep, I was gonna say he just caught the back of Hiker there, and he might just have slowed him down enough so that he knew he can improve any further. Hiker coming around the last corner for his final lap in the qualifying session. Never mind, he goes straight back into the
We
pits. Kevin
have,
also
I think that
completing.
might be a record that we've seen so far on limits with a 204.
I believe the race 1 qualifying wasn't that fast. So, yeah, that might as well be a record for Oslinus, Portuguese driver, proving a great
Snaker and
match for
Jukebox not
drivers of
even
the caliber
finishing.
of
It's not going to be good for them.
Flip Flip. That's what a 5-minute session will do.
Is it just me or does this look pretty similar to the last race? Just saying.
I think it
I think we have the
does.
same top
So,
two. Bess is in the top 5.
Lani not having a great time qualifying only 7th, not quite finding the edge to put his car in the front row as we expected, really. Jukebox and Snaker not having finished their laps starting from the back of the grid. But Cadwell has already gone one step ahead because he's starting the race
Hey,
and
he
didn't
didn't
disconnect
disconnect.
yet. Yep, that's a step forward.
Just waiting for the green flag to come on in this Grand
Obviously,
Prix.
people tuning their setups, last-minute adjustments, pit strategies, and all the like to get the best performance out of this very short race. Only 8 laps. You're gonna want to be up ahead, just starting from lap 1. Two minutes timer ticking down.
We may have some shoots here and there, or
It's
maybe
just project
somebody's.
cars being project cars, you know.
To be
It will
fair.
happen. Let me get the speed and the map up.
There
There
we
we
are.
go.
We're stinking. That's sometimes a good sign. And we are green. We are going.
Flip not getting the best of starts. Kev looking to go around the outside. That's
Oh,
Hiker.
Hiker going on the inside. Ooh.
There's some
Flip.
contact between Snaker and Lonnie.
There, I think that's a. Oh, that might have been. That could have been a 4 wide.
That is many people going very many. Okay, the guy's flowing through this fast snaking section.
Oslimis. Looking good, but Flip is putting more pressure on than he did in the last race, which I think is going to be his upside or his downside. I don't know.
Absolutely, a big part of
GTD,
this is going to be Flip.
GTD,
Just
I think,
putting
spun out
pressure
in the
on.
first couple laps.
I think it is. That might very well be the case, as is 15 seconds off the leaders already. Flip, he's gonna put some pressure right off the bat on Oslimis, which will be a crucial factor.
Bessa going on the outside around this turn.
That's a move.
Bessa is looking way more aggressive coming in. I feel like he kicked.
That might very well have been the case. The field evenly spread out with some contact happening on lap 1. Nothing too bad. Nothing as bad as last race's lap 1. So
just one by one, they're just coming around that little U-turn.
So, completing the first lap is Oslimis, half a second ahead of Flip. Then comes Hiker, very experienced driver in the McLaren, who's actually threatened
Mike
by
has
Kev.
another penalty. That's not going to be good for him.
That's going to be tough on lap 1. Kev, new driver to Gavra.
Duke Martin goes into the pits.
That might be some damage. That might indeed be some damage. This is a very good battle developing between Kev and Hiker. Hiker being the more experienced driver in Gavra. Kev, however, is showing off some excellent pace in the Audi R8. Beautiful car, beautiful engine. The V10 is the best engine ever. Don't even at me. Very close to the back of Hiker. Both cars not being the fastest in straight line in regards to the GT3 category. Let's see, is Kevin gonna make a move? He's not quite close. He's gonna be looking to
Flip kind of
put
falls down to
humongous.
Oslimis. They're going back and forth, staying about 0.6 seconds away. He is looking
feel
pretty good,
like-
but I feel like Oslimis is bringing his A game.
He definitely does have an edge tonight on this track. Bessa, the big loser of race 1, having huge damage.
I mean, I
after
wouldn't
the
say that. I
contact.
mean, he went up 4 places, but still.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. He did an amazing job getting back to 6th place
Kev
after
gets a
being,
penalty.
well, basically last. Ooh, that will hurt him. Anyway, Bessa looking much better than he did at this point of the race last time out. Juicy himself as well in the Renault. Fairly good car to drive, I would say. It's got a 7-gear gearbox, as opposed to the normal 6 that you see in every other GT3 car. So that's an interesting aspect, I believe. Though Bessa's putting the pressure on Juicy, setting up for a switchback on the next turn. He's gonna have a much better exit. He's gonna look down the inside surely at this next corner. As Lonnie does very much the same as a defense. Oh, that's Juicy spinning out. That was camera.
Focus.
Please. Thank you. As he gets out of the corner. Anyway, that was Juicy just getting it wrong under braking. We might imagine some very rearwards brake bias on that car. He's now being threatened by Snaker. The camera, please, for the love of God.
Cars, please work. Thank you. I'll give you
like,
$2 to work. Thank you.
I'll quote a sign that I read a while ago, and it said our expectations were low, but holy, that's what it said, and it's really funny. Flip closing the gap again. I think there was a mistake by Oslimis. Flip right on the tail of Oslimis. 3/10 to drift.
He's been moving up a lot. Oslim is making little itty bitty mistakes. Flip is just making sure everything's perfect. He is trying so hard to get that first place spot.
I can tell you, I've raced against him in the LMP2 championship. He was a fantastic guy to race against. Very clean, very consistent. Never makes mistakes. That is Oslimis making a mistake, however, going a bit wide. He's making more mistakes than he has in the whole first race.
I feel like that little break was to get Flip off to brake a little more than he should. That's a little smart play on Oslimis. But it's not going to be enough.
But we gave him some special candy as Flip gets really close under braking. Hiker, 4 seconds of drift. Just being followed closely by Kev. Great debut drive by this guy. Gotta tell him.
He's been doing
Gotta
good.
tell the truth.
Wait, what penalty?
Has.
He looks like he has a penalty.
Oh, Bessa and Lonnie are side by side. Lonnie looking to attack Bessa. He does have the better line.
But Bessa is on the outside. Lonnie just makes a bridges a huge gap.
Having the better line into the corner, he can now focus on just getting 4th place in his sights. However, that has someone in his sights is Flip just hounding down Oslimus. Those guys are really playing the I'm not gonna make a mistake, you go ahead game. That's really what they're doing.
Flip does have a faster acceleration. I mean, Flip does have a slower acceleration than Oslimus. Sorry for that little misunderstanding. But Flip does have a better top speed. Well, they kind of are equal, but Flip can get up to the top speed faster, if that made any sense. But Oslimus
Ferrari not being
can't fear
the
away.
incredible powerhouse that it used to be once the game just had come out. The Ferrari was just unbelievably quick. It wasn't part of the GT1 cars. No, it wasn't, but that's what it felt like. Now it's being BOP'd a bit. Flip, however, not caring, going for the inside. Is he gonna make the mistake? No, he's not. Oslimus goes deep into the corner. Flip looking to get the split strip on the long straight. Let's see.
Flip looking really good, but just can't get up to him fast enough.
Sneaker also, after that small mistake on the back of Juicy, the pair fighting for 7th place. He's gonna be set up for a switchback. Going through the last sector, very clumsy section. He thinks about it. Snaker thinks about attacking Juicy, but then thinks better.
Cadwell's in the pits right now. He may have spun out a little bit.
That looks like some damage. He's about to be lapped by Oslimus. There they are. And Flip, the pair running virtually the same time lap. 2:07.4. The couple separated this lap by just 0.05 of a second. How close is that? About 0.05 of a second. I just said it. But yeah, you guys get what I mean.
For representation, it's this close.
Thank you, I think that's a fair point. Moving on. This is also a very interesting battle.
Kev is probably the underdog.
The last
going up trying to catch Hiker.
Here we see Toby, 9th place. Oh, Mike, that was a bit of a cut right there, mate. His fellow Acura, camera, okay, thank you, camera. His fellow Acura teammate Jukebox Zero, running in 11th place, having another solid race. And then a bit more towards back, we find GJDM, Duke Martin, and Cattle 5. Rough luck for these people, as they were caught out in some lap 1 incidents. Nothing as big as
Kev actually passes Hiker.
Oh, he has. Maybe a mistake from Hiker. The Audi has indeed got in front. For a good move by the rookie.
We're going into our second to last lap. Most of our races anyway. We've had a pretty clean race. Just a little spin outs here and there. But it's been pretty clean.
It's definitely been better. Not as many spins, not as many crashes, and I think everybody's been enjoying it more. Obviously, we've got 2 more people compared to the last race, as Juicy is still in the race, running in 6th place. Well, wait, there it is. Camera, please. Much could be said. Much the same could be said about Cattle 5, who's just spawned.
I think Cattle
really
may be
shut
on a
up.
controller, or his wheel may be very wonky.
Looks like a controller to me.
I mean, I can't
However, who
disrespect.
am I to
I
judge?
play on a controller too. That's why I commentate, because I can't race.
That is a tough life. Flip, look at him. He just wants to grasp that elusive first spot.
Oh,
he goes down to
got some
inside.
contact.
That was
Slim is making some contact with Flip Flip. Flip
That was
Flip
a great
passes
move.
him. Wow.
Slim is looking to retaliate, but he can't do anything.
Slim is tried to spin Flip Flip out. I don't think that was on purpose. Actually, I think he may have just bumped him on accident. We have a white flag. Flip Flip moving in. He just has to hold him for one more lap. This could be interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
White flag flies as we enter the final lap. That was a fantastic move by Flip Flip.
Props to Flip Flip.
You know, that's why we have fenders for. That's all I'm gonna say.
He must have taken a little bit of damage on that hit. But if he did, he is just shrugging it off. He is moving.
Slim is not down with that. He definitely wants
trying to get into
revenge.
first place as quick as he possibly can.
Slimus is definitely gonna have a chance down the next straightaway, the longest straightaway of the track.
And we are in the. Now, Oslimus does have a faster acceleration, but Flip Flip is just gone. A little less than half a second away. This could get interesting in the final turns.
Flip Flip makes a small mistake that will give Oslimus the chance to retaliate.
7 more turns, 6 more turns. You have 5 turns left until the checkered flag waves.
Flip Flip goes down defensive.
We are on a
Slimus.
You turn next.
Going through the triple apex right-hander.
We have 2 turns left until the checker flag waves. 1 turn left. This could get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the final turn. They're going into final turn. It's just a straightaway from now on. Flip Flip. Your GT3 Summer League Race 2 Circuit of the Americas champion. Checkered flag waves. Flip Flip first place. Slim is second place.
That was an incredible fight towards the end. Flip
Kev
just
goes down!
He
goes down 2 places right at the end! Oh no!
That was, I believe, due to penalties. Celebrating, because, let's face it, he did very well.
For his first race. For being a noob. He is... Snaker disconnects. Gone.
On the last lap. Is there anything more cruel than that?
Wow.
Yes.
Kev had a 1
Kev had
second.
a 1 second penalty.
Oh, that's terrible.
That was just enough for him to drop 2 places. Is that making donuts? That's Mike H. Chilber, isn't it? That is. Oh, that was a beautifully synchronized. Oh,
They're just hitting
they're,
each other.
they're
It's like a
pushing each
sumo
other.
match.
There we go.
I'm gonna guess Oslim is pretty happy with himself, and Flip Flip is just amazed with himself at this point. Flip Flip, GT3 Race 2. I think they might be tied for first place. Flip and Oslimus. Because Flip Flip got second last race and first this race, and Oslimus got second this race and first last race. They may be
I'm
tied.
not sure if the two races. Let me have a look right quick.
And
If
that
the
is
two races
it.
award. Yeah, they might very well be tied. Here we have it. Flip Flip winning just over half a second on Oslimus, then Hiker benefiting from Kev's penalty, who actually finished third on the road, but fifth in the classification behind Lonnie as well. Then Juicy coming in sixth. Solid race for him after an unfortunate race one. Seventh for Besa. Toby coming in eighth. Mike in ninth. Our fellow commentator Jukebox in 10th. Duke Martin, GJDM, and Cadwell rounding off the grid.
And Snaker, I think he either A, backed out, B, lagged out, or C, something happened with his power. Those are the three things I can come up with.
The second one being
I
the
think we're gonna
most
get
likely.
Flip Flip in this. We're gonna ask him a few questions. If he joins. Flip 1. Out of the party.
Anyway, for those who are watching and might not know, we've got a Discord server. We've been trying to promote it a little bit so that more people join in. I've mainly created it because I was fed up of the PSN chat, and we've got room for many things. We've got community content channels,
We
car
got
setup,
memes.
sharing channels, memes. Yeah, we have those.
Got the memes. If you have a Discord
And
server,
much
you always gotta
more.
have memes, okay? It's like...
Yep. I mean, that's
something
sort of a
you have to have. I have invited Flip
mandatory.
to the party. Wonder if he is going to join. We have another comment. I think.
Hey,
Whoa. Flip.
that was a
Congrats, man.
fantastic
That
move.
ending had me on the edge of my seat. Hello.
It was a great move. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was not very clean from my side because the entrance of this high-speed right corner was very bad from my side because I had my eyes more in the middle.
You're gonna have a great look on the screen because I think we caught it live perfectly.
Nice.
Yes.
That's good to know. I always watch the streams after the race. It's always very entertaining.
Nice.
I feel
As
like this
soon
was
as the
one of the
race
most
started,
eventful races because Oslimis was just up there for the first race, and then second race, you just kept battling with him at the end. You on that last turn, you just passed him at the right moment, and that was, like the timing was perfect. So
yeah, like I said, I have to see it from different angles. But if you say it was a great move, then I believe you, of course. And yeah, it was great fun today. The car was good, and yeah, it was great racing. Also with Lonnie at the first race,
yeah, caught much
yes,
of that too. In fact, when we saw you were right after Oslimus, we thought you could actually challenge him as we saw you having. Did you actually think you could catch him in this
Ah,
race too?
that's hard to say. I mean, it was a tough fight with Lonnie at the beginning, and yeah, at first I thought Lonnie was catching those Limas, but then yeah, Lonnie could not hold his pace, and I came very close to his car, and then we had some kind of fight. I mean, I could not make a move on him or attack him because he was too quick, but yeah, his car was a little unstable, I think. He almost spun, or I don't know what happened exactly. I think after I passed him, he spun and lost a lot of time.
He passed him. That is, I think, exactly.
At a certain corner, I lost him from my.
I'm looking at the comments. Actually, I'm actually looking at the comments right now. We got some comments after, just Matt P said just to say Cadwell 5 was the GT3 commentator, guys. Okay. Uh, Kev said GG. Matt said GG. Jukebox says thanks for the commentary, guys. Great job. And then Aran, I'm sorry if I'm botching your name. I'm not good. Said, can you invite Kev to the party, which I just did. Timing. So.
Hello. Well, that was a strong debut race from you, Kev. It would be dumb to admit we didn't really expect your pace, but you really did show off some good.
Just a pity. I thought it was bullshit, but apparently the game didn't.
And I mean,
Oh,
finished in the
yeah.
top 5, great debut race. If you didn't have that penalty, you would have finished in the podium, but you still got a good finish out of it. And
Yeah.
I
That
feel like
first race was just,
if
it was
you
just a
keep
total wreck.
if you keep going like this in the rest of the series, you could probably be up there, second, third, maybe even first on some occasions. So I just want to say good
And I
job.
was already thinking, because I'm going on vacation the last when the last race is, so I probably missed the last race this year of the league.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but
That's a
I
shame.
think
You
I can
showed
make
off
it.
some great pace.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at the Nürburgring, so next race.
We're looking forward to the next race. Yes. Next round being at the Nürburgring GP. 2 races again, same format as this round. Looking forward to it.
So do I.
Same for me.
And anybody wondering,
Nice.
that is going to be same time, same day. Well, actually, same day next week. Sorry. So just look for us on the Gavra Twitch account. And I hope you guys did enjoy this Gavra Racing broadcast. If you guys do want more, check out the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. And hope you guys enjoyed. And that's all. See ya.